Check. What's going on, YouTube? It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. A little rainy outside right now, but I'm gonna do another episode, Truth with BDP SOUNDZ. So, title of this video, Style of Donda, and I'm speaking on basically style. I spoke on identity once before about, like your identity in the music industry, but style and identity is a little bit different. But like your style can give you identity, and I'm speaking of style of Donda because I don't know if everybody's heard Donda, but Donda has particular style. It's in the style of Kanye. You feel me? Like, and that's his identity. His sound has an identity to it. Like I heard Charlamagne the God say, it sounds dated. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like the Twisted Dark Fantasy mixed with 808s and Heartbreaks. Be honest, you know what I'm saying? But like, we're comparing Kanye to Kanye. Kanye actually has a song where he talk about his old Kanye, the new Kanye. Like, it's like, you know what I'm talking about? Just like how people just try to be like, oh, I miss the old you. But it's funny how he did it, just straight acapella. You know what I'm saying? But this sound more like some Kanye instead of like some of the other things that's come out over the years. You know, so I like it. It seems like he's got back to more himself. I mean, the album's named like his mama. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking on style. Let's look at the way he did his shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shows are just like some last minute. You had to know, you had to be subscribed to Ticketmaster type stuff, everything. I mean, people that's probably not really even Kanye fans or even music fans went to the shows and was like, oh, the show was lit. Oh my God, I loved it. Look at his style and how he did things, the little stocking over the face and him dressed in all the red and hanging from the ceiling, him putting the house he grew up in the middle of the show he did in Chicago. The fact that he did Chicago and Atlanta, I look at the style. You feel what I'm saying? Like the style of which he carried this album and this marketing and everything, it's something to remember. It's not your typical, oh, it's on the radio, oh, it's a TikTok song, oh, it's this, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't your typical, display of music. Definitely wasn't. It had style to it. You feel me? I just did a show last night, a little gig. It was called Drunk Spelling Bee, basically tequila and the beer. So, but basically it was like a game show. And so I got a lot of great reviews on my DJing because I had game show songs and sound effects and stuff. Like I got Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, Jeopardy, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, got drum rolls, I got the Let's Get Ready to Rumble, I got those with sound effects, I got the Wheel of Fortune. You get something wrong and all that shit. Like your style. So that style prompted somebody to say, oh yeah, I also got the ESPN song. Dun, 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 dun. But like having that type of style, cause it's like, look at me like, oh, I look like I'm about to rob you probably. You know what I'm saying? But the style of playing different music, even playing some Justin Bieber in the middle of stuff or playing some old school in the middle of stuff, it gives my DJ persona style. It gives it like a variety. Like I could look one way and people will judge you one way too. You know what I'm saying? But your style, especially in the realm of art, it changed people's perception about you. And it also makes them more, more adapt to listen to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you got style about yourself, performing artist, if you come up there looking bummy, people gonna probably just look over you. But, I mean, at one point in time, like, especially when Nicki Minaj first came out, peacocking was like the thing. Like, wear the most wildest dresses, the craziest shit, all to gain attention and stuff. I could deal with that versus the clout chasing that goes on in the industry nowadays. But like when a performing artist steps up on the stage and they have some pizzazz, some style, something about themselves, it's like, oh, you want to listen. Like you just can spot artists like because they got to distinguish themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's that style behind the shit. But still back in the terms of Donda, like his style is cemented as his style. And it's gonna forever, like, even if you don't like the music, the imagery behind it, the imagery the imagery in the songs, for one, that's some awesome musicianship. But the imagery behind his shows, the presentation of Donda, it all being a completely black album cover, like you won't forget the things you've seen on social media from the concerts. You won't forget them. You won't forget him dressed up the way he is. You won't forget him standing up at the dome, the press around it. They got style behind it. He not going to no radio station like, yeah, I'm doing Donda. That's typical. That was some style, the way he did his release. I think he got like, what they say, 12 million or something like that from his concert series or some shit like that. So cool. Just wake up and just make 12 million a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Doug got style, man. And I'm talking about it right now because his style, you know, it's prolific. Like, you ain't gonna forget it. It's a minute, whether you like Kanye or not. So, you know, in this music industry, I really feel today it don't stand back in the day. Well, it actually does stand back from back in the day because you know, and identity and style can definitely be the same thing. I say, but identity would be a consistent style. You know, that's your consistent style. But your style is just who you are at nature, as a person, as a musician, as an artist. And I'll bring it back to Joseph Boulanger again, who was a French black composer who was alive in the 1700s, who was born from a rich, wealthy slave owner and a slave woman. And he was placed in the aristocrat society because his father did not want him to be treated like a slave. And he learned how to do fencing. That's like with the little sword shit. But he took that and he started playing violin because he had good, you know, skills on that shit. And he had something to prove. But when he started composing music, and he started composing music for like some big things around, I want to say Paris, but it probably was just somewhere in France. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like even though it was racist to him, his style of his music set him apart from a lot of people that gave him his stripes, pretty much. And his style of music was basically like flashy. I mean, think about like, but flashy. I mean, when I say flashy, the shit that he wrote, he played it because he the best player. And it's like, it's some dazzling, crazy, wild shit. That was his style because he had a point to prove. And you could feel, even though this man's been dead probably 300, 400 years, me tapping into his music, I could understand his style, his demeanor, his lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get his niche as an artist, as a musical composer. And his basically was, I am the greatest string player because, you know, ain't nobody touching what I could do because I'm a fencer. So the pieces I write, you got to be able to play this stuff. You gonna burn your fingers from playing this. Like, that's his style. You feel me? Kanye. You see his style. You see the eerie sounding, the choirs, the gospel, the deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? The real life shit. That's his style. Look at Lil Baby. Y'all know Lil Baby style. Look at Da Baby. Y'all know Da Baby style. And it's the consistency in that style that really give you an identity. You know what I'm saying? So working on your projects, think about your style. And be true to yourself too. Because people might like your style one day and then they'll copy you. And then I guess when you coming up, y'all can say, yeah, I was the first rapper to have my on this. I was the first one for that. So yeah, man, I'm out, man. You know, think about style day in and day out when you're doing this shit for sure.